Hello, Taiwo. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes,
You know,
ma'am.
I left and the hosting shifted to you. Can you reassign it to me?
Okay, how do I go about that?
That,
Go to
that's
the
another that's another problem. I don't even know.
mommy. Okay, let me call someone to help me out here in the office.
Okay, okay,
All
okay.
right, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, I'm here. Upper office,
Uh-huh.
Peter Bethlehem.
But Ben, sit there. When you finish, you can go. Auntie Neka is here. Auntie, welcome.
So please, can you please give her 2 minutes to join us? I've told her about it, so she said I should give her 2 minutes. Please.
Okay, let her join us. No problem.
All right. Or should I end the call, then you
Good
pick it
evening,
up
ma.
again?
Hmm?
Oh, we have other persons that have joined already.
Yes, yes, yes. Other people have joined. Auntie, welcome.
Good evening, ma. I'm still driving, oh, so sorry. So sorry.
No problem. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ma.
How can I help them with this? I can see a button that is saying host tools, but I don't know how to. A
Let
request
the
to record
person join.
computer, request to host to start cloud recording. But it's
They
still saying
said
that request, you are still the host from what I'm seeing here.
you no, you are the host.
I am the host. Okay, let me check.
Yes.
So how do I make you one of the hosts? Or how do I make you the host now?
The IT manager said that you are the only one that can assign me a co-host.
Wow. Lock meeting, enable waiting room, high
You know,
profile.
this day are computer stuff. Well,
It's a lot.
because I
The
want
lady will
to,
help.
yeah, I want to
Okay, ma'am.
take the host so that when you are lecturing, people will not disturb the lecture.
Yes.
That is why.
Request to host to start recording, request to record to computer record or set meetings time and show anytime meetings content. This thing is not for me. I'm trying to get it, but don't think I can. Or if I log
Yeah.
out, will you be able to be the host?
Okay, log out and log in again. Let me see.
Okay, let me do that.
Because let me see if it will shift to me or to another person.
So it's saying end meeting for all. Or let me say leave
Hey, because
meeting. Leave meeting.
ah, leave it, I beg,
Assign
leave it.
and leave. So who are you to? Who am I going to assign the meeting to? What's your name? Ngozika or Ingele?
Ngozika, yes, Ngozika. Okay, okay.
So I'm back here, ma. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear.
That's fine.
All right, Ollie. Think we're going to start while others join us. Ollie, you can send a post. You can send a post to the platform so that others will join us. Agatha is here. Agatha, welcome. Enyo Enoja, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Miriam Camacho, thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone. Aluchi, moderator.
Madam. Okay, I was trying to make more posts so that people's attention will be
Yes, just tell
drawn
them to
to
just type join the meeting. Tell them to just join the meeting.
yes.
And because we want to start now. Good evening, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello, ma. Good evening, ma.
Thank you. Good evening. Taiwo, good evening. Thank you for joining and joining on time.
Thank you, ma.
You joined in real good time. Okay, let us give 2 minutes to our moderator to make a post on the platform and we'll start.
All
I want to
right.
welcome everybody to this webinar, and all of us are going to enjoy today's webinar by His grace. Taiwo Owoye is here for us. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma.
Oli, are you back?
Yes, I am. Yes.
So we'll start.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Thank you.
ma.
Good evening.
Good evening, my state lead and every other colleague here present, our seniors, and my state leader has taken time to actually appreciate every one of us here present. Sometimes people wonder why we talk about, we female lawyers should talk about self-care and the importance. But I believe that you will all agree with me that at maybe timing, maybe how tedious our career seems to be, maybe because of one pressure or the other, we tend to forget ourselves in the course of carrying out our duties. And not just that, sometimes you are well tailored to a particular pattern of doing things that might not even be to their well-being, and it doesn't project what we represent as women lawyers and people who should stand out and stand tall. So we have our speaker here today. This program is timely. This topic is well needed at this time, where we get to have how to juggle a lot of things, and home front, career, sometimes academic too. And you find out that someone forgets who or she is, and trying to see how she advances. Now, today we are going to be talking about how to care for us, how to care about ourselves, and how we can manage stress to have an impactful life. Thank you, State Lead, for this very proactive and very self-educating program that we are about to have today. Is going to be really impactful. So we get to know our speaker today. I have taken time to go through the profile, and you will all agree with me that it is a right peg to the right hole. So I'll go ahead without wasting much time to introduce our speaker, and after that, she will have the floor. But before that, I want to say that permit my state lead to officially welcome our participants. The other one was done because we were joining, but let my state lead officially make a speech at this point. State lead, ma.
Okay, thank you very much. But we would like to see your face when next you're talking to us. Good evening and welcome everybody to Nigerian Bar Association Women Forum, Ebonyi State Branch webinar. It's been long overdue. For some time now, I think about 2 or 3 months ago, we had our last, and because of a lot of exigencies, we were unable to hold our webinar. And today, we are continuing with a topic that all of us can relate to, just like the moderator said. But before I read it out the way we have it on the flyer, I want to welcome everybody here present. I've mentioned all of you individually by names, and I want to say that you joining us, we are happy that you join us in this webinar. While we go ahead, we hope that others will still join us. One thing is certain: knowledge is a continuous process. It is not something you can't get to a stage and say, I've learned it all, I know it all. It's not possible. So today we want to teach ourselves, to learn from one of us here, Taiwo, and to, everything is not about talking law. Is it not somebody that is healthy that sees the Constitution or any other book? So we don't talk about ourselves, to take care of ourselves, how we work better. Because if you don't take care of the body that does the work, you can't function. So this topic is apt and is coming at a very right time. So I want to welcome Lillian. I can see you. So welcome, and thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone. So moderator, please.
Thank you so much, my state lead. I will move to read the brief of Miss Taiwo Owo Eye. I hope I pronounced it very well.
You
Just
tried, I pronounced
just,
Owo
just,
Eye.
just, Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma, you
And I
pronounce
know
it
owo
better.
is money.
Owo is money,
I
yes.
know owo is money. So we are going to be getting more than that, something worth more than that today. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Thank you,
He's
ma.
a principled and passionate legal practitioner from Ekiti State, committed to advancing justice and strengthening advocacy for a fairer and more accountable society. She completed her A-level studies at the Polytechnic Ibadan. I once lived at Ibadan, so good to have you.
Thank
Before
you.
earning her LLB from Ekiti State University in 2017. She was called to the Nigerian bar in 2018 after obtaining her BL from Nigerian Law School, Enugu, and went on to deepen her academic grounding with an LLM from University of Lagos in 2020. Taiwo's professional journey spans litigation, legal advisory, and justice sector reform, with experience from reputable institutions, including IP, Ezugu and Co., Adeleye and Adeleye Legal Practitioners, and Alexander Payne and Co. Limited. She currently serves as a legal consultant with Citizens Gavel Foundation, where she contributes to litigation and justice sector reform initiative, championing access to justice and institutional accountability. In addition to her legal practice, Ms. Owoeye is committed to the holistic well-being and professional sustainability of legal practitioners. On Monday, December 1st, which is today, she's taking us on a topic exploring the importance of self-care for lawyers. Please, I think with a smile on our faces and a round of applause, if we can, let us make welcome a legal passionate and a committed advocate of wellness and self-care for lawyers, and for today, female lawyers. Thank you. You can have the floor, ma.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm so blown away with the with the profile link. Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you very
So
much.
we'll be going straight to the webinar, and I will be sharing my slide. Sorry, I think I would have to. Okay, so going by the topic, please hold on, okay. So from this slide, it's just a cultivate interest outside law. It's not the first page I'm trying to get today. Just give me, okay, now we're there. The week self-care. From the topic, I would like to first explain the meaning of mental health. Because when we're talking about self-care, the major self-care we need here is our mental health to do whatever we want to do, either as a legal practitioner, as a mom, as a wife, as a community leader. For anything we want to do in life, we need our mental care intact before we can do or we can achieve that goal. So I state it as the weak self-care because I know lawyers, they do a lot of work. They care a lot about clients, forgetting to care about themselves. So my clients need this, my clients needs that, my client wants this, I have to do this, I have to finish this. Forgetting about ourselves, which we are the main person to do the job. And we need our mental health sound and healthy before we can do the job. So the second slide says, sorry, I might have to close this so that I can have the full picture of the... Can you hear me? I'm sorry, please.
Yes, we can.
All right, please.
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm trying to, I think I lost the screen. I'm coming, please. So just give me a few seconds. Okay, so from the content summary, we'll be talking about the definition of mental health, stress management, mindfulness, and well-being. So from this, I would like to just give us few definition of mental health. What do we understand by the word mental health? It refers to a state of psychological well-being that enables individuals to handle life stresses, recognize their abilities, learn effectively, work productively, and contribute meaningfully to their communities. From the definition, you can see the word there is work productively, learn effectively, to recognize and how to handle the stress in life. So it says it's both inherently valuable and practical, essential, and it's recognized as a basic human right. It is a basic thing for us to have our mental health intact, because without it, we cannot function well. We need it to actually function well, either as a legal practitioner, either as a human being, and that is why I said it is recognized as a basic human right. So I don't know if you can see the screen. I'm moving to the next slide. So mental wellness, it describes a state in which individuals understand their abilities, how to manage normal stress, how to work productively, and engage meaningfully with their communities. It includes emotional stability, psychological resilience, and a positive outlook. Mental health, before that, and I want to say this out of what I have on the screen, mental health exists on a continuum. It's not something you think you can just achieve then abandon it. Something you have to do continually. It's a lifestyle you have to maintain regularly. You can experience it differently by each person at different level. It's a wide range of individual, family, community, and structural factors that can either protect or undermine mental well-being. Although many people show resilience, exposure to adverse circumstances increase the likelihood of developing mental health conditions. So it is not something you think I have worked on my mental health this month. I don't have to continue. It's a continuum, something you have to be intentional about. It's something you have to do continuously. Then now to the topic we have. Before then, I'll just say there are some mental wellness. There are mental wellness conditions that we need, and it includes the mental disorders, psychological disabilities, and other mental stress characterized by significant stress, impaired functioning, or risk of self-harm. That's the adverse part of the mental health, like if it's not taken care of. Then we'll move to the next slide now that you have on your screen, which is mental wellness. What does it involve? Like when you talk about mental wellness, what comes to your mind? It's about finding purpose in what you do, nurturing a healthy relationships with people around you, building good environments around you. Finding purpose ordinarily gives you a kind of joy that I love what I am doing. I am passionate about this thing. I am enjoying what I'm doing. It's not just about you working, moving, doing a particular. When coordinator was talking the other time, he talked about just doing a routine thing. It's also, when you're talking about mental wellness, it's not just doing something repeatedly. So it's about finding purpose in what you do, nurturing your healthy relationships, experiencing contentment. This is where I am today. I am not where I should be, though I am not where I used to be, but I am contented with where I am, believing that I will get better with where I am. So it's a gradual process, and coping effectively with challenges. Oh, there is no how you live without any challenge. At every particular time, there will always be a challenge. But how you now navigate through that challenge is one of the ways to, sorry, I'm having a distraction, sorry. So I'm sorry about that. So it's one of the ways to guard your mental health. So that is what I mean by mental wellness involves finding purpose, nurturing healthy relationships, experiencing contentment, and coping effectively with challenges. It cannot just be smooth at all times. Sometimes you have challenges, but how to manage the challenge is one of the better ways on what mental wellness involves. So we move to the next slide, please. Please, can you hear me? I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, we can hear you. We can.
So now we are moving to the mental. Okay, before I move to that, the next slide says, do you know any mental health conditions? So I don't know if anybody can assist us with that question. Do you know any mental health conditions? Like if the person does not have a sound health, mental health. So what other what is like an opposite of mental health? Do you know of any condition that you know that this is not mental health, something is wrong here? What are the examples of mental conditions? Mental health
Can I say something? Can I answer?
Yes, ma, you can, ma.
I think if somebody becomes withdrawn, too withdrawn,
Yes, ma.
it is a sign or a sign that the person is not doing well mentally, or the mental health of the person is being stressed.
Yes, ma. You're right, ma. Can we have another one, please? Okay, in the absence of any. So I will say yes, she's very right. You that you're always energetic about working, doing your things, carry out your job, you just be withdrawn. You don't want to do anything. You're always irritated. Then another one is a mental disorder, like the person is beginning to have mental problem, mental disorder, like the person that ought to be functioning well is no longer functioning well. When people are going towards this, he's tilting towards another side because his mental health has been affected and it has been damaged. Another one is psychological disabilities. You cannot reason well. You cannot think well. The person can't do what he or she is supposed to do at a time. And you know, for us that we are into litigation, we must be able to think on our feet. There are some things you've not even read about, or you didn't even know it to come up in court. It came up and you have to just say something about it. We have to be fit to do that. And if we are not fit to do that, that means the person is psychologically, he has disabilities. And under mental state characterized by significant stress, impaired functioning, or risk of self-harm. And that is why you see people entering depression. They can begin to think of what's the essence of life. Let me just take it all. Let me just end it all. It's a form of mental disorder. It's a form of non taking care of your mental health, and it are now graduated to mental disorder, depression, and all. So now to the topic for today. The main topic we have here is self-care for lawyers, stress management, mindfulness, and prioritizing the well-being. I believe the introduction at least has given us a background on why we are here today. So why do we need this? Why do we need this mental health? Why do we have to take care of our mental health, especially as women? The legal profession itself is known for its intensity tight deadlines. There is always a deadline to meet up with. Demanding clients, they don't want to pay, but they want a lot from you. They want, the law, they want to even call you for every of their problems, like even domestic ones. Like the next person they have on their contact is your number. If anything is happening anywhere, oh, my lawyer, how far? How do I go about this? So because of things like that, the tight deadlines for people that have worked in law firm, I don't know, for people that are still working in law firm, your boss will come. Oh, this thing, you have to meet up with this, you have to draft this, you have to go for these meetings, you have to do, you just have to, there's always something to do. Then also long hours work. They will tell you your work hour. I don't know if you have had that experience. Your work hour is from 8 to 4. But trust me, in law firms, you are not anything 6. You are just starting work by 6 a.m. because probably if you're doing litigation, you would have gone to court in the morning. When you're back from court, you are expected to draft. You are expected to put some things in order, especially if you have another matter for the next day, which is probably for a trial again. You're expected to prepare. So that 8 to 4 cannot work. You still like you're staying in the office till like 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., 8 p.m. In fact, I will share a personal experience. The first law firm I worked with, I remember my closing hour was 5 p.m. Then anytime I even decided personally without my boss telling me to, this is when to close. Oh, okay, I want to leave by 6. I will go to my boss's office. Okay, I'm leaving. He will tell you, no, I can't be in the office and you will leave, until I told him, sir, I can't. I signed the employment letter I signed was for 8 to 5 p.m. and staying till 6 is my own decision, and I have to leave. And that was how I was able to caution him from saying, no, I have to stay till 6 p.m. I'm a lady. I have my personal life aside from workload. And my boss was a very good one. You understand that. Unlike some, they might start threatening your job, especially when you don't have any other thing to fall back at. And that was my first practice in law. That was my first law firm I practiced with, especially when you don't have a voice of your own, you don't have a mind of your own, when they can tilt you towards anything they can. So that is the reason why we have to be intentional about our self-care. Also, self-care is not a luxury for lawyers. It is essential. It is not something you think that, oh, when I need it. No, it is something you need every day. It is something you have to be conscious about, something you have to be intentional about. It is the inherent stress of the profession makes it intentional well-being habits crucial for clarity, effectiveness, and long-term career sustainability. Sometimes you just have to go away from work. You just have to be on leave. You just have to rest your mind. It is something you have to do for yourself. It's not something you think is a luxury. No, it is an essential commodity for you as a legal practitioner, especially as a female legal practitioners. For men, they'll go to office, they do their job. When they get back home, there is a woman to take care of them. But for female lawyers, when you go back to after work, you still have to go and take care of some persons at home. So that is why you have to be intentional about it. It is not luxury, it's something that you have to be intentional about, and it is an essential commodity. So now, why do we think that we need it? Does this our job come with stress? The first thing is, we have to understand the nature of the stress in the legal profession. We face stress due to so many reasons. For example, adversarial system. In Nigeria, we are always opposing parties present their had to present opposing parties to come to court to present their argument, either civil or criminal. So you have to prepare yourself going to court. So I have to do this, I have to do that argument on this argument, you have to prepare documents. And also that's one of the reasons why it comes with stress.
Hello. Hello, Taiwo.
I think she's having a network issue.
Hmm. Okay, let's hope she's also out. Let's hope she will rectify the network problem and join us to conclude the lecture. Esty, your worship Esther, welcome. Auntie Grace, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, we are having network hitch. I think from Taiwo's end. By His grace, she will rectify and join us. Okay, Taiwo is back. Hello, Taiwo. Hello, Taiwo.
I can
You
hear
are
you.
muted. All right, you are muted. Okay, good.
So, I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Ma. So I don't know, where did I stop, please?
You were talking about
The reasons why we have to be intentional, like why we have
yes,
understanding the nature of stress in the legal profession. I don't know.
yes.
So
That is what you are
I
talking
was
about.
talking about the adversarial system, that you have to come to court to argue with the other party. You have to do something. You have to be well prepared, because there is always another opposing party that you have to exchange evidence or arguments to or with. I think that was where I stopped.
Yes, exactly.
Another reason is there is high stakes of the outcome. If you look at it here, sorry, I have to reduce this too. Because if I don't, I won't see my slide.
Okay.
Okay, so I've talked about then high stakes, like you're concerned about what the outcome will be, or if this outcome is not in favorable to my clients, there will be a problem. There is risk of things that you would lose, maybe business, money, and so many other things. You're always concerned about the outcomes because it may seriously affect your clients, his lives, businesses, or even finances. Then also long hours. We're always working for long hours. Like I mentioned the other time, sometimes you're in court. When you come back from court, you still have to do some drafting. And in legal profession here in Nigeria, we want to juggle everything together. I'm into litigation. I still want to do corporate law. I want to do trademark registration just to make more money. So you have a lot of things to do and you're always in the office. Then emotional load, frequent exposure to trauma, conflict, and sensitive personal information. Sometimes, we tend to take in the garbage from our clients. Ordinarily, you think, oh, I'm just listening to what they are telling me. Oh, this person is probably suffering from a domestic violence, marriage, is this, is that, is having crisis. Indirectly, we are taking in those garbages, like you just feel like, oh, this was what he said, or you think you've looked for solutions to it. But I tell you, sometimes those things sinks more than you think. I will give a personal life experience. Well, like I mentioned earlier, I've always been in litigation since the beginning of my career. But last year I joined an NGO, and that NGO majorly focuses on criminal matters. I have always been doing criminal matters, but I've never done this number of criminal matters in the last few years until last year. So it got to a point, like it affected me to the extent that taking calls became a problem. I couldn't answer calls. If I don't even have your number saved, I won't take your call. Because there's always somebody that's giving somebody my number. Oh, counsel, please, we need your help. I have been arrested. You will hear stories that are very touching, and you'll be like, is this really happening in Nigeria? Is this really happening? Like, you will be surprised and you'll be shocked. And I didn't know those things were sinking to the extent that when I received calls, I became anxious, I became scared sometimes. So in a way, those things affect that's why it affects our mental health. And that's the reason we have to be very conscious about our mental health. Because of our time, let me just run through so the next thing is consequences of ignoring stress. I've mentioned, I've thought, I know whatever I've said now is relatable. But what are the consequences of not now taking care of our mental health? The first thing is burnout. No matter what, it's just like you're not fueling your car. At a point, you run out of fuel. You are always giving. This client has come, I have done this, I have done that. There's not even time for you to refuel your energy. You will burn out. Another thing is anxiety. I just told you my own life experience. Can you still hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I want to be sure I'm still here. So some anxiety, you'll be anxious of, like any small thing, you're triggered. Like I just explained to you my own personal experience. Sometimes I'll just stand out with small things that ordinarily should not even cause me emotional. I will be crying. So it's in a way, those are the consequences. Insomnia, you'll be able to sleep at night because the stress has accumulated in your body that you don't even have good sleep habits. Cognitive decline, you continue to decline from reasoning. Your reasoning began to decline. Your learning habits begin to decline. Thinking habits, everything began to decline. Then reduce job satisfaction because you had a lot to do. You cannot. Because you can't, yes, we said women can multitask, but the truth is multitasking will give you, like, some will be good, some will be bad. You continue to have feedbacks on the jobs that are not really good, and that will reduce job satisfaction. Also, substance dependence, you have to take medicines, you have to take drugs to do some things. Compassion fatigue, less compassionate. So now get to a point that you don't care. So in fact, some people will tell you something, you feel like, no be today now, it's not new. Mental disorder and decreased productivity. The truth is, if you don't manage your stress, if you don't manage your mental health, you will decline and you won't be able to be productive. Something you're supposed to do within 1 hour, you might do it for 10 hours and still not get a satisfactory job done. So next topic now, we'll be looking at, before that, I will just say recognizing these risks makes you, from what I have just said now, if you recognize these risks, that's the consequences of mental health, not taking care of your mental health. It will help you to frame a self-care as a professional responsibility, not a personal indulgence. Like, it will make you want to take your personal health care, very important. Looking at it, you don't want to derail, you don't want clients to start complaining about your job. You don't want to have mental disorder. You don't want to decline in your reasoning. You don't want to burn out. You will now know the essence of taking care of your mental health. Then it's now secondly to the second point of the course, that's stress management. So how do we manage stress as lawyers? The first thing is you have to set boundaries. That is very, very important. No matter what, if you're on leave, you're on leave. Nobody calls you to work, you are not doing it because you're on leave. You have to establish clear work start and end times. Oh, I want to start this thing by so time. Even if you're working for yourself, I have to be in the office or I have to do office work from 8 to 5. Anything outside 5 to 7 p.m. in the morning, I don't want to do anything that has to work. And you have to be firm about it. Avoid checking emails after work hours. Once you are done with work, you are done. It's not as if you say, oh, you want to rest, you are still checking your work hours and your work emails. So you use autoresponders if it is needed. Say no when you are overwhelmed. When you have a lot to do, if you are working with a law firm and they are telling you, you have to know, I am overwhelmed. I cannot take this again. I still have a lot on my table. I cannot add any other things to it. Delegate administrative task work possibly as young as I am. Anything anybody can do for me, I don't mind. So far is something, an administrative task I know that anybody can do. I delegate it out. It helps you to manage your stress level. Then the next point we'll be looking at is effective time management. We have how to manage your stress. Now I've talked about boundaries. All those points are under how to set boundaries. Then the second one is stress management strategies for lawyer. I've mentioned boundaries, effective time management. Now, come on, please. Effective time management. Block off uninterrupted focus time. When you want to work, I want to work. I don't want you shouldn't allow anything to interrupt you so that your working hour will not also shift to your leisure time. So this is the time I want to work. I don't want to press my phone. Block anything that can interrupt you. If you have to take your children to school, anywhere they have to be, pending the time you finish your work, just do it. Break large tasks into smaller steps. Oh, this I have to achieve with this also time. Okay, how do I do it? Let me delegate 1 hour to this job every day. And before you know it, the work is well done. Then schedule downtime as intentionally as meetings. I want to be alone. I want to do this. I want to do that. You have to be intentional about it. Then the next one is physical management. We've talked about boundaries. We're talking about time management. And next one is physical stress management. Exercise regularly. You know, sometimes you can be in the office and be working. There was somebody that told me, said she loves dancing. She's a woman. She's an SAM. She said she loves dancing. Whenever she's in her office, after she had worked for maybe 3 hours, she just turn on her music, dance for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And when she's done, she goes back to work. By the time she goes back to work, she has an energy, has relieved herself of so many things. So you have to exercise. Dancing is a form of exercise. Walking is a form of exercise. Jogging is a form of any form of exercise you can do. Yoga, anything that you know you can do to just relieve you of stress. Then also include stretching during longer sitting. If you are sitting for a long time, try to walk around, stretch your back, maintain healthy eating habits, avoid relying on caffeine. You don't have to eat on, if there's anything I love food. So I try to work on to eat good food so that you don't just buy junks outside and eat at all time. So the next slide is, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, ma. So the next slide is still on management, stress management, maintain good nutrition. I've said that. Aim for 7 to 8 hours sleep. Please, that is very, very important. You have to sleep. You need to relax your body. Seek mentorship and peer support if necessary. Connect with colleagues who understand industry pressures. Nurture supportive relationships with family, friends. Keep people around that are supportive. Join professional association or wellness focus groups. Seek professional help. So the next slide talk about practicing self-care. This is very, very, in fact, all the things I have itemized on stress management, stress management strategies for lawyers, they are all forms of practicing self-care. But now, I just want to pick on this self-care. Partake in activities that intentionally support mental, emotional, physical health. Anything that has to do with walking, reading, yoga, getting adequate sleep, You just have to enjoy, you just have to engage in them to have evidence. Lastly, on that point, you have to use technology wisely, limit time screen, schedule email checks, and consider the digital detoxes. There are so many apps that can help us, even with drafting. Just put whatever you want to put, then what you need, your first drafting can come from from AI. After you're done that, then you can now see to it. Oh, this is the way this should look. There are so many apps that can, instead of carrying law books, textbooks to read, you have Law Pavilion that you can subscribe to. Just all you need to do is just go to your search box, type whatever law you need or whatever law you need for that particular thing, and it will help you. So I'll go to the third point now, which is mindfulness practices for lawyers. Mindfulness enhances focus, emotional control, and resilience. Sorry, please. Enhances focus, emotional control, and resilience. I'm trying to work with time. Key skills in a high-pressure profession. Mindfulness helps lawyers manage stress by promoting focus, emotional regulation, and resilience. It trains the mind to stay in the present moment, reducing rumination and anxiety. Like all you care about is what is happening now. That is what mindfulness practices does for you. I'm not interested in what is going to happen in the future. I'm not carried away with what has happened in the past, but I'm more concerned about what I have to do now, things I have to get done now. So how do you do that? First thing is mindful breathing. You inhale 4 seconds, hold 2 seconds, and hold 6 seconds. Like breathe in, breathe out, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out for 1 to 2 minutes, and you'll be fine. Then the second thing you should do is meditation techniques. I'm trying to work with them. Body scan to release tension. Body scan meditation is a mindful practice where you systematically bring awareness to different parts of your body to notice physical sensations without judgment. The purpose is to cultivate the present moment. That's the essence of this mindfulness. Like what you are interested in is the moment. Don't be anxious about any other thing. Then I'll move to the next one, which is focus, attention, meditation. Like what you have to do at that time is there should be a focus. Then loving kindness meditation to strengthen empathy. Loving kindness, which is a practice that cultivates feelings of unconditional love, goodwill, compassion for oneself and others by silently repeating phrases of well-wishing. It involves it's just a positive mindset, a progressive sequence of sending these kind wishes, beginning with yourself, then expanding to include a loved one, a neutral person, someone you find difficult, and eventually all beings everywhere. The practice also known as a meta or meta bravana. That means that all you need to want to practice is kindness to yourself first, and you extend it to other person. Then we will now move on mindful walking. You focus on the task at a time. Don't multitask so that you get the best out of it. Begin meeting with brief, deep breathing. Practice mindful listening with clients and colleagues. Then mindfulness in courtrooms. That's ground yourself through physical sensations. Use micro pauses before responding. You don't just have to stand and respond. Try to know what you want to respond for. Observe emotional triggers without reacting impulsively. So you have to be conscious about it. You have to know yourself to be able to achieve this. Then the last one now, we have to prioritize our well-being in a demanding career. Law is already demanding. So how do you now practice your comment, please? I think I lost it somewhere. Focus on the tax time. Okay. So now, prioritizing well-being in a demanding career, you have to redefine success. What does success mean to you? You have to redefine it as one, your health first. You have to balance. There should be a balance in whatever you're doing, your family, your health work, strong relationships, people that you can always talk to when you have a personal things to discuss, professional competence, and personal growth. So that is you redefining what success is. Success is not about money, acquiring money. It's not about you have to achieve this at a particular time, but it's about maintaining good health, balancing your life with other things, career-wise with other things. You have to develop strong relationships with people, professional competence, and personal growth. Then now we move to schedule self-care as a non-negotiable commitment. So I'm sorry. Pass this side. So this is where we are. You have to be intentional about yourself. I've said it before, but because we have to prioritize our well-being, that's why I'm coming back to it. The first thing in prioritizing your well-being is that you have to redefine success. And the second thing is that you have to be intentional about your self-care because it is not negotiable. You have to block personal time in your calendar. This is a time for me alone, not a time for my husband, not a time for my children, but my own personal time. Take vacations and mental health days. I just want to rest my head. I want to leave the environment I'm in just to go somewhere else. Protect breaks and rest periods. When you have that, don't say, I have other things to do. I have to do it within this period of rest. No, ensure that you will go through with what you have scheduled that time for. Then professional support when needed. Can help with stress management. It can help with emotional processing, coping strategies, and burnout recovery. That's if there is a need for you to see a professional to help you, then you should. Many bar associations offer confidential lawyer assistance programs. I don't know if that is done in your area. They can organize programs that helps with mental health. 4, cultivate interest outside law. We came to law. We asked, I'm a lawyer. No, you should all try to pursue other hobbies as writing, arts, travels, sports, music, or volunteer work to maintain a balanced identity. It shouldn't be about law alone. It should be about other things too. And building a sustainable career, legal practitioner career. No, build a support. Then 5, build a supportive work environment. Encourage team breaks. Promote wellness initiatives. When you have people working for you, let them take their breaks. Promote, you can bring people around to teach them about wellness initiatives, initiatives that can change their lifestyle. Create safe spaces for discussing mental health, like what we are having now. Reward efficiency, not excessive overwork. Like, it's not because this person is always working. No, reward what is called efficiency. Then building a sustainable legal career. A sustainable legal career depends on emotional resilience, physical health, manageable works. A sustainable legal career depends on emotional resilience, physical health, management workloads, strong relationship, and mindful decision-making. Lawyers who prioritize self-care think more clearly, communicate better, make fewer mistakes, and approach challenges with patience and creativity. So it is when you prioritize your self-care, when you prioritize your mental health, you'll be able to work effectively. You'll be able to manage your workloads. You'll be able to have good physical health. In fact, you'll be looking good. You'll have good, strong relationship, mindful decision making at the appropriate time. If you see that lawyers that are working effectively, they are people, they communicate better, they make fewer mistakes because they prioritize their health. Conclusively, I will just say self-care for lawyers is not optional. It is a critical practice that supports a long-term professional success, clarity, well-being, and personal fulfillment. By incorporating stress management techniques, mindfulness practices, and holistic well-being wellness habits, lawyers can excel in a demanding profession without compromising their health. I don't know if you understand that. What I'm saying in essence is that if we take it as something very important and not just optional, we will function well. We would excel in our career. We'll be able to manage techniques, stress management, we'll have our mindful practices and holistic well-being habits. We'll live well, you will live healthy. Then caring for yourself is the first step towards effective caring for your clients. If you have not learned anything today, you should learn this. Caring for your own self is the first step towards effectively caring for your clients, caring for your children, and caring for your husband. So I will stop here and I will say thank you. I don't know if anybody has a question, so we can have a better discussion.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know if you had me in mind when you were preparing the slides, because as far as I'm concerned right now, as soon as I get home, I will lock up
Please do,
because
ma.
I really need that. Thank you so much. I know you've spoken to each and every one of us here, especially because we are coming from diverse jurisdiction with specifics. That is the thing, with specific. But like you said, prioritizing self-care.
Please do. You need
Because
it as
when
a
you care
woman.
for
Yes.
yourself, you can care for another person. You cannot give what you don't have. So I don't know
Actually,
if thank you
Yes.
so much. We are really grateful. And when you talked about traveling, you talked about vacation, you talked about
Yes.
leave. It's always difficult for some of us who are in private practice. But the truth is that if you put your mind to it, you can actually do it. Because as soon as you break down or you're not able to deliver, the client moves to another lawyer. There's always
It's
an
true.
option. So, but if you work on yourself and you are available and you take care of yourself, even the clients will come learning how to even be calm in the midst of the pressure and everything. So I want to appreciate you dearly. I don't know if anyone has a question. Can we get questions? Because I've actually learned a lot. And I think it's something that we need to still do more. And over time, we tend to forget ourselves. I used to know how to dance, but now I don't even know how to make a move. And like you said, maybe I will go back to it and see how I can actually use that to ease stress sometimes. So do we have someone here that has something to say or a question?
Yes, I want to say something. First, I want to appreciate you, Taiwo. Man, you are grounded. You are. This is a good example of I'm not just a lawyer. You are grounded on this mental health teaching. Thank you very much. And something stood out when you were talking. And funny enough, it was at the beginning. You said something. How to manage stress. You said experiencing contentment. You know why this particular phrase got at me? I went to wash my car this afternoon, and when I was there, somebody met me there. This is someone that is working, is earning a little above ₦1 million. The wife is working. The wife is earning not up to 500,000. He now said we were talking, and he said something. Yeah, yes, that he wanted to resign and go into full-time politics, but that the wife doesn't have a job. I said, you said? He said, yes, that the wife doesn't have a job because her pay is small. I said, is everything about money? Is everything really about money? Because the way you go about this money thing, take it easy. And I know majority of us are just focusing on that. Now, let me tell you, what people don't know is if 200,000 is not enough for you, 500 will not be enough for you. It's just there. The more you have, the more you want to have. So I just hope our people will listen to voices like this, like yours, Taiwo, and know that having millions of naira, one said the other day in foreign and local, having it is not actually definition of contentment or definition of fulfillment. I hope our people will learn this. Sometimes you be chasing money, and you forget about yourself. The body that is chasing the money, the person that is chasing the money, you forget about yourself completely. You don't care about your well-being. You don't care about what you're doing. You don't care about anything. Before you know it, you become very incognitive in your thinking and in a lot of things. The money you will not see. Health you not get. So which one you take? So thank you very much. My question or my concern, you made mention of first, delegating works,
Administrative roles.
administrative roles. In some organizations, when you delegate, you'll find out that the work is not done. It has happened to me. You keep on reminding the person. It's not as if you ask the person to do is too much for the person. You keep on reminding, the person will not do it. You end up doing it. That's one. Secondly, some persons have gotten into this knowledge of, I don't have friends, so I want to be on my own. I don't have friends. I don't know how they cope because me, I have friends that I'm very comfortable with. No man is an island. We are actually here for each other. Else, God would have stopped at creating one person and create animals to join the person. So, thank you very much in conclusion. And I yield the floor back to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Then I will just chip in this. I said when I was talking, because of time, I was rushing that part. I said we should redefine success. Success is not about the money you have. It's not about the number of clients you have. Success is not about achieving that I want to be LLM, I want to get LLM, I want to get PhD. No.
Yes.
It's about your health first. Whatever you're achieving, your health comes first, because without that, you cannot achieve anything. And on the issue of having people around us, and that was why I said you should have people that are supportive partners, supportive family members, and on the administrative work, if it's something you have control over, you can change the person. But if it's not something you have control over, you can still look for a way. Or if this person is someone that I have to be reminding every day, I won't do your job with my own. You have to do your job by yourself. I'll keep reminding you for you to do your job. But if that will now give you more mental stress, then I would rather do the job by myself. Because there's always an option. Yes.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
This one.
Thank you so
Moderator.
much. Thank you so much, Ms. Taiwo. My own is a request. I will kindly request that you share the slides with us.
I will.
And I'm going to archive mine, especially not just the part of having friends, but that dancing part. I need to ease the stress that route.
Please
because
do.
it will actually
You have to go on vacation. Please do. It's very
because
important.
it's going to help me a lot. I know we have some of my sisters here. Can we have a question or something you want to share your experience so far? Like I said, in a jurisdiction like ours, sometimes you find out that most lawyers are tailored towards litigation, and it makes the whole work very stressful. You do the mental work, you do the litigation aspect and the soliciting aspect. So if you're not able to balance it well, like Taiwo said, you get to a point where you're not even able to deliver. So I don't know if we have someone that has something to say. I will be pleading with my worship Esther Ezugo to say something, especially coming from the bench. Is there a way you think this can be very impactful for you and for my sister, my state lead? Please, if you can hear me, ma.
Your worship, Esther, you can unmute and talk
You can
to us.
unmute.
Hello.
How do you? Yes,
Yeah,
ma.
hello.
Please. How do you think this can help?
I was even
Coming
about
from the
asking,
bench.
yes, I was even about asking a question, and his worship was saying that sometimes you find out that you have a lot of things to do, delegating, work to other persons. You find out that they are not even giving you the best of what you want to get. And you see yourself doing those things, and before you know, you're doing those things over and over again. It brings stress. How do you, help yourself in this kind of situation? Like someone that is a perfectionist, he wants to do this thing to the best, giving it his best. How do you take care of that? Because I know definitely you'll be stressed out doing things for yourself because you feel some other person can't do it well for you. How do you handle that aspect of yourself?
So majorly, when I spoke about delegating, I spoke about delegating administrative work. Anybody can do administrative work. I believe so. Like I said, when I answered the question, and I said, if you have someone that you have, if you have someone that you have control over, and you feel like, oh, this person is not functioning well, you can sack the person and probably get another person. But in an organization where you don't have that power, if something like, no, what I said earlier was, if someone that does not do it, you have to send a reminder. But for someone that is not capable to do, I don't know, maybe it's not capable of doing the job, I don't think that I know that we are compassionate people, we're emotional people. But what's the sense of having someone in your corner that is supposed to do a job and is not getting the job done? Why can't you query the person? That's my own view about life. Yes, I am compassionate. You are doing this thing, you are not doing it right. I have complained, and it's affecting my own mental health. Like I said earlier, me first before any other person. I have to be more concerned about my own health before another person. I have tried to pacify you. I have tried to tell you how to do it better, and you're not getting better. If I have to query you for you to be transferred from me to another person and bring a better person, I don't mind. Because by the time you say, oh, this person, I know that there are some perfectionists. I'm not talking about perfectionists now. I know there are some person that there's nothing you do for them. I'm sorry. There's nothing you do for them, you are not getting it right. But for someone that you know that this thing is not just doing, it's not getting it right, think you can query that person to just, there's no point working with someone that you know that you can't deliver.
Okay. Me, I would still like to talk on this. Let me say this.
Okay.
If you are in that kind of a position, I think what you need to do is at times, are you there?
Yes,
I,
I'm here. I
Yes.
can hear you.
okay, I think what you need to do in that circumstance is sometimes just intentionally close your eyes to whatever they are not doing well because already you are stressed out on the ground that you want to do everything on your
By
own for
yourself.
yourself. So, what I think we should bring into this consciousness, intentionally just close your eyes to those things and take out time to rest. Like you've talked about exercise, yes, it's a very
Yes,
good.
ma, I would agree and I would not agree because sometimes that thing you're taking your eyes off can be detrimental to your own job. And
Okay.
if let's say, for example, for persons that is in private practice, I know we have to be intentional, but there are some things you cannot take your eyes from. You have to just get it done well. So if the person is, there are a lot of people that are looking for job. Oh, if the person is not doing it well and you have tried to, probably you can even try your best to enroll the person to do it. If it is an administrative work that can be rectified by anybody, it's fine. But probably it's a process or something that you know that at the end of the day, if this thing is not done well, it will affect your own career. You can't close your eyes of it. You must see that it must be done. But how you now try to manage it is probably to get someone better that can assist you better for you to do the job and then do your own job. Yes, I agree that we have to be intentional. That was why I said I'm not talking about perfectionists. Perfectionists will start looking for small error. No, that's not what I'm talking about. But for something that you know that, or at least to a reasonable standard, this thing is well done. It's fine. But there are some people that have worked with someone like that. There's nothing you do. In fact, he will edit your work to the extent that he himself will start contradicting himself. There are people like that. But for
Yes, true.
a proper job well done, I feel like you cannot close your eyes to everything, man.
Okay, it's been a good time with us here. I really appreciate it, Taiwo. You've done a whole lot. You've done justice to this topic. Um, I'll refer to um His Worship Ngozi. I like your style. You can really have friends, and sometimes I look at you and I'm like, God, can I just be like this lady? She's just a freelancer. And it makes life goes on well and easy with you. I'm thinking that I'm trying to, I don't know, I can't be you and I can't be
Yeah,
like you. But I'm
yeah.
just trying to get some things out from those things I see you do. That makes you, I see you every time, you're always excited, you're not stressed, nothing bugs you. And I love that part of you. So I
Thank
think this
you.
topic, you're already in it already, and it's
Thank
just for
you.
you to also dish out things for the people to learn. It's a good time
Thank
with
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Essie. Thank you so much for the encouragement. Thank you.
Welcome.
Moderator, I appreciate
Thank
our
you.
participants.
Thank you
Any
so
other
much, Your
question?
Worship.
You're
Can we have just one more? Then we take a vote of thanks and closing remark. Can we have one more? At least this speaks to us. We have all experienced this aspect of our lives. Is everyday thing. You wake up in the morning, set out, and you find out that probably along the way things are just going up and down. Timing and all that cannot be met. The target cannot be met. Do you prioritize yourself? What do you do? I can see our lovely auntie, Mrs. Antonia, Honorable Antonia and Kichiadola. I don't know how she does it, but most times she's always on the road, traveling or by air, very busy. Ma, please, how is today's lecture reaching out to you, considering how tedious and how you have to move from one jurisdiction to the other? Are there things you do to make sure you take stress out of your life? When you see her, you will not know she has given birth to graduates and all that, but you see her all the time, shining, keeping it up. When I grow up, I'm sure I will try to get close to that.
Wow,
Ma,
wow,
please.
wow. Hey, good evening, each and every one of us here. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I did everything humanly possible to make sure I join you people. I just came in
Thank you,
from
ma.
Omwa here.
As if I knew.
Yeah. I had some 3 serious matters I dealt with today in the industrial arbitration panel. But thank God I came back to join you people. I drove myself because if
Wow.
I had went there with my driver, I could have joined you people on the road. Because I know if I didn't join for today, I think your worship will not be happy with me. Because it has been all along, mommy please now, mommy please now, mommy please now. But it's well. The little one I met, I'm just very excited. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Especially to your worship, Magistrate Ngozi Chika Ngene, and my digital presido, who will always, each time she see me, it will be like, let me swallow her. Let me just eat her. But it's well. The little one I met, it is true. You might come up in a day, have schedule of your duties, schedule of the things you want to do for the day. But somewhere along the line, you will get disappointed because you might not finish it. You might not finish it. You might have somebody near to you whom you think or whom you thought will help you to do 1 or 2 things. And at the end of the day, you will be disappointed. Such a thing irritates. Irritates. The only thing I have to put up is that I am very happy with all this teaching, because with this teaching, there are certain things we do not know that will come across, because we learn every day. We learn every day. You might send somebody for something or assume that somebody will do something for you, and the person is not doing it, you will not be happy with the person. So, but the strength you have on your own, we pray that God will be leading us. The much we can do, we do it. Age is no longer on our side, though. You must not say everything I set out to do for a day, I must finish it. Age is no more on our side. The little one we can do, we do it and leave the rest for another day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much.
Thank
This
you,
is
ma.
quite encouraging. A day at a time. In the absence of any other contribution or question, I will actually call on my state lead to give a closing remark, and before we call it a day. So, state lead, ma.
Okay. Thank you very much, our moderator, Ollie, my chairperson. Just like Auntie said, we'll take it one day at a time. It is part of mental health teaching. Take it one day at a time. And Taiwo, I think, have said a lot of things. And thank God Taiwo agreed to share the slides so that we'll post it to those people that are unable to participate in today's webinar will read through it and see. Because me, I need it personally. In fact, I'm going to print it out and use it in my teachings. So thank you very much, everyone. In no particular order, I want to appreciate you, Taiwo. Thank you very much. You are doing a good job. You are not even a senior lawyer like that, but you are good in what you're doing. Thank you so much. Thank you for granting us this free of charge. Thank you.
Yes.
When you share, people don't know the importance of sharing knowledge. If you share knowledge, you deepen yourself in that. You get deeper, because that heart of sharing, it will make you go deeper to share something that is very beneficial. With that, you're getting more knowledge. So thank you very much, Taiwo Owoye, for being our speaker today.
Thank
God
you.
bless you and replenish you with so much wisdom.
Amen.
Auntie Mrs. Adola, thank you so much, ma. Thank you. I appreciate. ST, always having my back. You don't even know, you're always having my back. I don't take that for granted. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have Abiola Adenuga. We couldn't see your face, but I want to appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. Agatha Mute, our facilitator on AK branch. Thank you so much for joining us. Auntie Grace Ajakuraja. Thank you, ma. Thank you. You're always there for us. You're always, always, always here, and we are appreciating you especially. Chinelo Abigail is also here. Thank you so much. Miriam Camacho, thank you for joining us. Antina Kamabue, you're always here. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, ma. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're going to share the slides so that all of us, even those that did not join in time, will go through the slides and learn one or two things. On that note, I want to call it a close. And thank you so much, Oli. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma.
Yeah.